I was not expecting to make a video to this extent. I was just reading today's meditation from Acts of Faith, and something that Auntie Alanya said was, remember what you did the last time you faced blank. And for me right now, it's like the last time I faced this type of grief. I've faced it before so many times. I've lost so many people that I really, really loved and cared about. To recognize the lesson. What am I learning in this experience? What am I feeling? Have I felt it before? I wanted to share what I wrote because I don't know, it's just really doing something for me in this moment. I wrote, the last time I faced grief this overwhelming, I continued to live life. I celebrated the life of who I lost in the physical form, and I studied how to embrace them in the spiritual form. And it's so true. It's part of why I studied energy work, was how can I still feel close to them? How can I strengthen that connection now that I do not have the ability to hug them or hear their voice in the physical form? And the last time that I experienced not being employed or not knowing where I was going to get my next check from, I adapted and I applied to things that excited me. I didn't stop living, and I always had or received what I needed. Even though my 20s were chaotic and I had no idea what the hell was going on most of the time, I always felt like I did. And it's so interesting how I could be so far removed from that knowingness of what I survived and thrived in. And then I wrote, in this experience, I'm learning the impact routine and ritual has on my journey, that they have on my journey. They keep me steady in the overwhelm, and that I need to also keep practice and surrender at the forefront of living. Placing either to the side is a huge disservice to me and my ability to process what I'm experiencing. It's almost making me want to laugh and smile. So I feel like to have this level of relief and joy in the midst of what I'm experiencing between the postpartum depression and the loss of my uncle, who was like a dad to me. And it feels so weird saying the loss of my uncle. I keep wanting to say the loss of my father, the loss of my dad. And even in that, it's hard to navigate. But I kept living. You keep living. And I'm living. Sometimes I'm living with sadness. Sometimes I'm living with grief. That is the answer.